Hey guys, what's up? George here, aka T-WreckSs, bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today this is a champion spotlight on the one, the only Tayrel. Now, I have recorded this video before. Unfortunately, the footage got corrupted and lost, so I'm making this video again for you purely because he is such a good champion. If you have him, you're incredibly lucky, and I know a lot of you pulled him recently in the 10 times high alpha event. If you didn't see my shard pulls from that day, they're linked in the corner right now. But we're going to remake this video right now. This is my Tayrel. Let's talk about the artwork as we always do. Really cool looking champ. I was lucky and unlucky because I pulled this champion very early on in my account, but I didn't realize how good he was until much later on, and I slept on him. He's probably now my best decreased defense champion. We're going to look at the gear I've got on him. I'm a bit different with my gear. I do use him in Clan Boss. He is my decrease attack and one of my 2 decreased defense in Clan Boss, but I don't have him in lifesteal because I use him in a lot of other places. So I have him in a relentless set, and I also have him in an immortal set. Now I'll explain why as we go through, but essentially the relentless set, because I had good defense chest and good defense gloves, and it was easy enough just to tack on the other 2 stuff, especially with speed on there and obviously accuracy on there. And the reason I have him in the immortal is just for that 3% extra heal, just for the Clan Boss, just helps me top up. But I also got these insane speed boots on the Clan Boss where I got 3 rolls on accuracy. Obviously the crit damage and the health also helps, so he went into the immortal set. Speed on the helmet gives him that little bit extra health. Defense ring with defense rolls, which is really lucky for me, and a defense amulet with accuracy roll, and an accuracy banner with a speed roll. So the reason I've got him in these things is obviously I want his defense to be as high as possible. You need 3.5k really for Nightmare Clan Boss. He's at 4. He's a defense based champion, so all his moves are defense based, which means his hitting much harder. I got him at 180 speed, which is perfect for the Nightmare Clan Boss. Very low crit rate, unfortunately, but then I've got him in defense gloves. I could flip them for some crit rate gloves if I get good enough relentless gloves. I'd like to keep him in the relentless. And 80% crit damage, obviously 250 accuracy is pretty nice. Now, the only problem with having him in a relentless set for Clan Boss is sometimes he will get the extra turn from relentless. He's got an 18% chance to get an extra turn, and if he takes that extra turn at the wrong moment, he will mess up the counter attack. I run him with Skull Crusher as well, so he messed up the counter attack with the relentless. But then in dungeons, especially in the spider, this is really helpful because often that extra turn will end up being his turn meter reduction after he's just applied decreased defense. So let's have a look at his skills. His A1, Humble, I have him fully booked out and I've been using him a lot, so I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to Tayrel. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times, so a double hit on his A1, which is good for the Fire Knight in certain stages when he's not negative affinity. Each hit has a 40% chance of placing a 50%, so the big decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Obviously damage is proportional to defense. You book that up, you get 50% chance of decrease attack, 2 hits. It's almost always guaranteed to lay that decreased defense because that's 50% twice essentially. So for me, he keeps the decreased attack on the Clan Boss in Void Affinity pretty much 99% of the time. A2, this is where he comes in really handy in the dungeons. AoE attacks all enemies, 75% chance of a 60% decreased defense debuff, so the big decreased defense. If the target is under a decreased attack debuff, it will place sleep on them for 1 turn. Obviously sleep is okay, but it's not a stun. If it was a stun, it'd be even better on this move, but he has stun on his A3, which we'll talk about. Sleep can be woken up from if you hit that champion again. If you haven't seen my stun versus sleep gear video, I've linked it in the corner. Obviously book that up, becomes 100% chance for decreased defense, and with Tayrel's accuracy, that's pretty much guaranteed to land every single time. Third move, which comes into effect massively in dungeons like the Spider and the Fire Knight, he attacks 1 enemy and decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. If the attack fully depletes the turn meter, we'll place a stun debuff, so that's why I said he has stun on his thing, for 2 turns, obviously, again, on defense. This one doesn't have any higher chance to reduce the turn meter, but you can bring it down to a 4-turn cooldown, just extra damage. But I wanted to fully book this champion because I use him so much, and he has one of the best auras in the game. Ally defense in all battles by 25, so that means 25% extra defense even in the Clan Boss. It has to say all battles to count in the Clan Boss. And then let's go into the Masteries and why I picked them. Crit rate and crit damage, because they are pretty much what I go for on everybody. You want that extra stuff. I have increases the damage by 5% when attacking with full HP, because I actually used to use him as a campaign farmer for a while. Obviously heals up by 5% when he's got less than 50% HP, and with a 4k defense he's doing quite a lot of damage. Increase the damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP by 8%, which means when the clan boss changes affinity he's doing 8% more damage, which is quite nice. Cycle of Violence, he decreases his own cooldown of a random skill, or potentially decreases the cooldown of a random skill if he's hit with more than 30%. Increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. Bring it down, that is the clan boss. The spider, that's any boss essentially, will give him 6% more damage. And we go down into Methodical, increases the damage by 2%, across the battle up to 10% on his basic skill. That's just nice to have in there. You could go into here, increases the damage inflicted by 6% in the arena, 3% in all other locations for enemies killed, but that's not going to benefit you in the clan boss. And then War Master, 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Obviously his A1 is a 2-hitter, so War Master over Giant Slayer is the recommended move to go for. He just does some serious damage when that procs. Then we went down the support tree. We have accuracy followed by chance of increasing turn meter when a debuff is removed or expired. This is not so good for clan boss because you don't want, if you've got a speed tune clan boss team, you don't want this turn meter going off. You could have gone into another set of accuracy here for each enemy that's alive. I probably would do that if I had the reset, but I've already reset his skills once. Originally I went defense and support before I started using him in the clan boss. We then come down into decreases the target, Evil Eye decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits him with a default skill for the first time. This is good in all the dungeons. Obviously doesn't do anything in clan boss and doesn't do anything to the main dragon. Got Master Hexer, 30% chance to extend any debuff cast, so here's a chance to extend decrease attack, decrease defense and everything else. And then Sniper increases the chance of placing any debuff from skills or artifacts, so he's got another 5% chance, so his decreased defense is 105% and his attack is actually decreased attack is 50% there. I use him absolutely everywhere. Let's jump into somewhere. Let's go with the Dragon's Lair. Let's find a stage where he's going to be beneficial. Let's go into stage 17. I'll spend the gems just for you guys today. Clear that out. That was from my recent beginner dragon video, which if you haven't seen is alright. We're going to put in, what have we got? So red is strong, so we're going to stick in these guys and Apothecary. So we've got Scar Tortoise, he's there for speed lead, buffs attack and crit rate and healing. Tayrel for decreased defense, decreased attack. Razin because he's just insane, he lowers turn meter, he has decreased defense, decrease. Skull Crusher in there for the counter attack, and Apothecary in there for the heals. And you'll see here, we speed everyone up with Apothecary, then Tayrel goes in, does his decreased defense, and then everyone else just gets to go off and do their other skills. So he helps you clear the waves massively there with all that decreased defense. He only didn't get it off on one person, which is kind of surprising because his accuracy is pretty high. Obviously his accuracy can go higher when I have an artifact event and I want to upgrade his banner and stuff. But basically we'll run through this. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I'll jump back when I'm close to end of the dragon. So wave 1, 45 seconds ish, and then when we get to the end of wave 2 we'll jump back in. So we've made it through to the dragon now. Hopefully he will put up his decreased defense and decreased attack. Obviously his preemptive strike, turn meter reduction doesn't do anything on the dragon, but if I was using him solely for clan boss and I didn't have him as one of my main champs in the dungeon, there you go, he got an extra turn there from his relentless gear. I probably wouldn't have him in the relentless gear, I'd have him in some kind of defensive lifesteal. However, I use him in so many places, including the arena, that the relentless actually coming in and proccing actually does a lot of damage for me in other places. Yeah, it can mess up my clan boss runs every now and then. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll proc just after the counter attacks come off, so he'll get to go like 2-3 times. I've seen him go 4 or 5 times from relentless in a row and really take down extra damage. That was lucky days on the clan boss for me. So I don't know if I have any clan boss keys. We'll find out in a minute if the clan boss has reset. If we have, I can show you what he does in the clan boss. If I don't have any keys, I unfortunately can't show you that. So once we get to the end of this dragon round, we'll jump back and have a look. Just a quick plug while we are finishing the dragon off. I have a video coming soon on Apothecary. Possibly the, well, in my opinion, the second best rare in the game, but one I use in everything as well alongside Tayrel. So there you go, a 3-minute 17. Not my quickest time, but not the worst time. I have a video coming soon on Apothecary, and the reason he's just insane. He's done some crazy things for me in Nightmare campaign just recently. has the clan boss has reset, so let me just claim the chest. We didn't take down Nightmare, unfortunately, so I can show you what we do, what he does in the clan boss for me. Let me just check. Today's day is Saturday, so we hit brutal on a Saturday. Get myself in the right chat. If you're not in channel 13, what are you doing? So let's see. Oh, I don't have any keys. Okay, I can't show you the clan boss right now, but what I can do is I have a clan boss video coming, so make sure you check that out alongside the apothecary video. I hope this has helped you out with a look into Tayrel a bit. There is so many ways you can build him. You can build him in defensive gear, you can build him in lifesteal gear. I just happen to have good defense pieces that I wanted to use in a relentless set, and when I first set him up this way, I was using him everywhere, and I still am using him everywhere. He's got some really good stats, so I hope this has helped you out. If it has, please like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see the videos coming soon. We have so many videos lined up. I'm putting a lot of work in on this channel, and I'm really enjoying it, so I hope you are too. Subscribe, like, watch all the videos, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget, get online and get wrecking.